today's video, guys, we're going to be doing a ranking of the 4 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, but first, I do have some announcements to make. For those of you who are asking why I'm doing this video, really, it's just something that I came up with, and I haven't done a ranking on this in a long time, probably 3 years, 3.5 years, maybe 4 years at this point. I've only done one of these videos, and I don't think it was a very good ranking, and I figured, you know, why not, let's just re-rank them. You guys typically really like to see these Diary of a Wimpy Kid rankings and stuff like that, and this will be a really quick ranking too. It's only 4 movies to rank. I don't really have a lot to say about each movie and all that, and there will be a Ghostbusters movie, or Ghostbusters ranking coming up in the future as well. I know I'm very, very late. I didn't get to see the new Ghostbusters movie till like about a month ago. And I would really like to get the DVD copy first because I know it's now out on DVD so that I can show it to you during the video or whatever. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that. Read the community post so you can stay up to date with any potential future changes. And join the Discord. Link will always be in the description of every video. Also, I'd like to thank you guys for the support on the Stretch Res video. I did not think that video was going to get a lot of attention, and I think it just came out at the right time. And Stretch Res did actually get banned like a couple days after I made that video, so I thought that was really, really funny. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting commentary that happened down there, so yeah, thank you guys for that. And I know a lot of the people who watched that video are probably not subscribed to my channel and probably just found the video out of random because it was a popular topic at the time, conveniently, and I didn't even know that. So yeah, thank you guys for that. And yeah, let's get straight on to this ranking. Alright, so at the number 4 spot, this honestly should not be a surprise, is The Long Haul. Which, back when I was younger, I actually did make a rant on this movie for how terrible it was, and I had very low expectations when the movie came out. I knew this movie was going to be terrible. When I saw that it had a new cast and everything like that, I said, no, this is just not going to work. And I was fine with the original trilogy, and then they added The Long Haul, which I don't like to include in the Diary of the Wimpy Kid franchise a lot because it just doesn't belong with the other 3 movies that are way more superior to The Long Haul. And The Long Haul, oh man, it's bad. The main thing I can complain about, and I know everybody else would agree with, is the casting choices. Rowley and Greg do not look like they're in middle school. They look like they're in elementary school. Roderick is more just downright sadly stupid than he is, like, stupidly funny. What made the original Roderick funny is that he was stupid, but in a funny way. Like, it wasn't just so stupid that it was unbelievably bad and just hard to watch. But the Roderick in this movie, he's like a psychopath. It's really weird. And then the mom is, I get where they were trying to go with the mom, but I don't know, I feel like she was just way too strict, and like, she's, like, the whole movie, all they were trying to do to make the mom seem similar to the other mom was that they were restricting what they could do, like their phone time and everything like that. I think the dad was actually pretty funny, though, but, like, in an ironic way, because the things that they did with him, especially, like, the bathroom scene where he's sitting on his computer and he's doing work stuff and his mom doesn't want him to be doing that because she doesn't want him to be on technology. That was really funny, but like in a weird way, because I'm sure you could understand why he would be in the bathroom with his computer. It's really, really strange. I don't think they intended to do that, to make it that way. They intended to do it just to show how, like, restrictive mom is with the technology and all that. In The Long Haul, I think the book The Long Haul, I think, fit better in a book more than it did in a movie, because there's so many crazy and ridiculous stuff that happens in the Long Haul book that just don't belong in a movie, because you can't make them really ridiculous in a way that would be funny instead of just absolutely stupid. And this is what this movie was. It just, they copied off of the book too much. Like the scene where the dad is trying to get out of the mud puddle or whatever, and then all the mud gets splattered on the whole family. That was just a really stupid scene. Or when all the pigeons were trying to get the Cheetos from Greg or whatever, directly from the book, by the way. I didn't really like that either. So, casting choice was the main thing. The jokes they're mainly bodily humor jokes, and they were not funny. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about The Long Haul. But number 3, and this might come as a surprise to some of you, is going to be the original Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which, don't get me wrong, is a very enjoyable movie. These top 3 are definitely very separated from The Long Haul. enjoy them and rewatch them. I just think the main problem with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, besides just the main problem with Diary of a Wimpy Kid was that I think they didn't hit the character of Greg just right. He seemed really miserable and kind of a jerk to Rally in this movie, which I know that was a part of just developing his character towards the end. But it was almost like he was too much of a jerk that I didn't really like it. And it didn't really suit the character of Greg too well. But other than that, everything else about this movie was really great. The jokes were a lot better than The Long Haul. It wasn't all just bodily humor jokes. The jokes were pretty funny and solid. And the final act of this movie, where Greg finally develops his character and restores his friendship with Raleigh. That scene where he's like outside the school and he's making that speech to all the kids. I thought that was just like a really cool scene, even though none of the kids got the message across. I just thought that was a really cool scene. So the ending of the movie was really cool. Lots of funny moments here and there in the movie. Just overall really enjoyable. I just think the main problem was they didn't hit the character of Greg right, because he was just too miserable and he was too much of a jerk in this movie. And I get they were trying to make it so that, this kid really hates middle school and everybody, middle school is terrible. That's like what they were trying to do in this movie for the first one. So other than that, very enjoyable and rewatchable. At number 2, and these two are very close, and I know these ones are like, it's easily arguable which one can go first, but for me, I prefer Dog Days over Roderick Rules. So Roderick Rules is going to be going at number 2, but trust me, it is very close. And Roderick Rules is just as rewatchable as Dog Days, I will tell you that. Like, these two are at the razor's edge, but I think Dog Days gets a little bit of an advantage, and I'll talk about that when I do talk about Dog Days, but other than that, Roderick Rules, I really don't have any complaints about that. There's so many good scenes between Greg and Roderick, and for once in the 3 movies, they're not constantly arguing with each other. They're actually having a good time with each other, and they make for really good scenes, like the gas station scene where they're, messing around with the fake vomit or whatever, or when they're getting chased by Coach Malone and they're going into the mall, or, they're at the retirement home with their grandpa and Roderick is messing around with Greg because he's mad at him for, like, ruining everything and all that. Or when they have the party at the house and everything. There's just so many good scenes between Roderick and Greg, and I really like that. And instead of having them, mad at each other and then they started to gain more friendship, they kind of... They set it up so that they were trying to spend more time with each other, because that was, like, Mom was trying to have them spend more time with each other. And then Greg and Roderick made mistakes with their friendship, and they kind of lost their friendship for a little bit, and then they restored it back towards the ending of the movie, and I really think that was a smart decision here. So overall, really enjoyable, almost as rewatchable, and just barely behind Dog Days. Number 1 and 2 on this list are very close. So Roderick Rules goes at number 2. Number 1, by process of elimination, is of course Dog Days, and the only thing that separates Dog Days and Roderick Rules is, I just think, where they tried to go as far as family conflict in this movie. So in the first movie, it was Greg and Raleigh. It was the relationship between them. In Roderick Rules, it was of course Greg and his brother. And in this movie, it's Greg and his dad, and they're very conflicting personalities and things that they like to do. And they just did that so greatly in this movie. And by the ending of the movie, when Greg is sent to, oh my god, what is it? It's like that camping thing. It's kind of like, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but it's like something, Wilderness Explorers, that's right, Wilderness Explorers. It's kind of like the Boy Scouts, but they're out in the wild and they're learning how to do certain stuff out in the wild or whatever. But he gets sent there because, I don't know, I think he was like misbehaving or whatever, but luckily he didn't get sent to Spag Union. That was like a thing he was scared of the whole movie. But just when he goes to the Wilderness Explorers and he exposes the other dude that his dad had known for a long time. I don't know, it was such a redemptive scene for Greg and his dad. And then when they're in the motel eating pizza with each other and they're having that conversation, man, it was just such a good scene. And I think they hit the nail in the coffin in this one the best, between Greg and his father. And just like Roderick Rules, because they're kind of trying to spend more time with each other in this movie, and it's in the summertime, it's not during the school time. You have a lot of great scenes between him and his dad, and you even have scenes between Greg and Raleigh spending time with each other, like at the amusement park or whatever, them at the pool. I know there was a few other things as well, yeah, just a lot of great scenes. I just think the only thing that separates Dog Days from Roderick Rules is I think that the family conflict was done a little bit better than with Roderick Rules, and just yeah, that final act, when his dad finally comes to be understanding about Greg, man, just such a great final act. So yeah, Dog Days definitely deserves a #1 spot, and I think the reason why I had Dog Days at the top of my book list for the longest time was because I kind of got the book and the movie mixed up. But the movie, man, the movie definitely stays at the #1. The book, however, not as good. It's kind of like half of Dog Days, and half of like The Last Straw. So, Dog Days definitely deserves a spot at #1. That is it for the quick ranking. I'm looking at the time, and we just hit under 15 minutes, so I'm really proud of myself for not going on and on, just giving quick explanations for this. In fact, I'm really proud of myself for making like only a 25 ranking for... There's almost 20 books in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book series now, so I'm glad I only made that one 25 minutes long as well. Yeah, I know you guys enjoy these Diary of a Wimpy Kid rankings, so that's why I wanted to get this out here quick for you, because I know it would be a really quick ranking with only 4 movies to rank. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you stay tuned for that future content and read the community post so that you can stay up to date with any potential future changes. Join the Discord, link will always be in the description of every video, and I think that is it. Other than that, like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time.